Hello, dear students. Welcome you all for this lecture of TYBSc class for this respiratory organs. Now, the respiratory system it consists of nose means external opening, internal opening, and nasal chamber. Then pharynx. After that, pharynx, the larynx, trachea, bronchi, and lungs. Now, pharynx is a part in which digestive system and respiratory system are opens. There are two openings are present in this pharynx. One is a gullet and another one is a glottis. Gullet is connected to esophagus and it leads to the stomach. Then glottis that will opens into the trachea. Now, this respiratory system among these organs, we shall consider only the trachea and lungs. Now, these are these parts of these respiratory organs, that is the trachea, main bronchi, then segmental bronchus, bronchioles, terminal bronchioles, then respiratory bronchioles. These are the conducting portion and this is about the respiratory portion. Now, this trachea that will be divided into these two bronchi. One is the right and another one is the left, and which goes to the particular type of the lungs. Means the trachea, it is also called as windpipe. This trachea is a thin-walled flexible tube which begins from here larynx and which bifurcate this primary bronchi. These are called as the primary bronchi or main bronchi, which enters into these lungs. The wall of the trachea that will be supported by a series of incomplete C-shaped type of these rings. These rings are the cartilaginous rings, and the rings are incomplete dorsally and are in contact with esophagus. The rings keep trachea expanded to facilitate the passage of air. In man, there are 20 rings in trachea. Now, the microscopic structure of this trachea, TS of trachea shows these various layers. That layers are mucosa layer, lamina propria layer, submucosa layer, and then hyaline cartilage, and last one is a adventitia or fibrosa. Now, this innermost this layer, that is a mucosa, it is lined pseudostratified. These are the pseudostratified the columnar ciliated epithelium which rests on the basement membrane. This is a basement membrane, and there are four types of cells that will be occur in epithelium, such as most of these columnar ciliated cells. These are these columnar ciliated cells, and many goblet cells are there. Goblet cells. This is one goblet cell. Then another. This is another goblet cell, and non-ciliated columnar cells are also present. Then brush cells, microvilla, they are present, and number of the short cells. These are the short cells here, and which are pyramidal in shape. Below the basement membrane, there is a lamina propria. This is a lamina propria layer, lamina propria, which contains many elastic fibers and some lymphoid tissues are there. Then submucosa layer. The submucosa below the lamina propria, it is a thick layer of submucosa which consists of loose connective tissue and composed of series mucus and mixed type of the glands. There is a duct which opens between the epithelial cells. Blood vessels, they are also present. Fat cells are also there. There are no muscularis mucosa and muscularis externa on this layer. This is about the submucosa. Then next to that cartilage, hyaline cartilage is there. The trachea is supported by C-shaped type of the cartilages. The cartilage shows inner and outer perichondrium. Middle part, that is contain the matrix or lacunae and chondrocytes type of the cells. These cells are the chondrocytes type of cells. The incomplete part of cartilages or rings contains thick layer of some smooth muscle fibers, which most of them run transversely, and some will be run longitudinally and obliquely also. The transverse muscle fiber attach largely to ends of the cartilaginous rings, and that will be called as the trachealis muscles. The innermost, that is the adventitia or fibrosa. It is the outermost layer of the trachea, which is made up of connective tissues. It contains some smooth muscle fibers are also there. Then what are the distinguished characters of this trachea? The mucosa is unfolded, which contains the pseudo-stratified ciliated columnar epithelial cells. Then tracheal glands are serous, mucous and mixed type of these glands present on mucosa. Then hyaline cartilage is a C-shaped type of incomplete rings. Then presence of trachealis muscles and outermost layer, that will be called as a fibrosa or adventitia. Now then lungs. The lungs are paired, which is highly vascularized, and they are found in a thoracic cavity. They are spongy or highly elastic, pinkish colored, divided into many lobes. The number of lobes vary in different mammalian species. In man, right lung has 3 lobes and left lung has 2 lobes. In rabbit, right lung consists of 4 lobes and left consists of 3 lobes. In human being, that is right 3 lobes and left 2 lobes. While in rat and squirrel, there are 4 and 1. Means that we entering the hilum, which forming the root of each lung, that is a bronchus. And one of the pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein here also present. Then the structures are embedded in a connective tissues. The surface of lungs is covered by serous membrane, that is a visceral pleura, which dips into this interlobular fissure, and that covers the interlobular surface. Each lobe of lung is divided by thin connective tissue septa into large number of functional units, and that are called as the lobules. Now the trachea, which divides, now here this is about the trachea, which divides into these 2 primary bronchi, which enters into the lungs. Now that will be enters into the lungs, and the primary bronchus in lungs, which divides number of the smaller secondary branches. This is a primary branch, this is about the secondary branch, and each secondary bronchus which divides number of these these are these bronchioles. The terminal bronchiole, which forms the respiratory bronchioles. These are the respiratory bronchioles, and each respiratory bronchiole which divides number of the alveoli duct, and alveoli duct gives rise to the alveolar sac, or that will be called as the alveoli. The alveoli are the structural and functional unit of lungs. Now then, the functional unit of lung, that is the alveoli, and made up of respiratory bronchiole. It contains alveolar ducts, then alveolar sacs. Alveoli, they are associated with connective tissues, blood vessels and lymphatics. Then under the microscope, the respiratory portion of lung shows a network of the large spaces. They are separated by septa. It differs from ordinary bronchiole as it has no cartilage, and epithelial cells are cuboidal or non-ciliate. Goblet cells are also absent. The wall contain collagenous tissues with elastic fibers of smooth muscles. Then respiratory bronchioles divide into number of the alveolar ducts, which are thin passage which contain the flattened epithelium. The duct forms many branches which leads to alveolar sac, and the wall of the alveolar ducts contains smooth muscle fibers, reticular fibers, elastic, collagenous fibers. Then the alveolar sacs are thin walled structures which arise from the alveolar ducts. The alveolar sac contains 2 or more alveolar part, the wall of alveolar sac contain no smooth muscle but have elastic or reticular fibers. The alveoli are curve-shaped structures uh, through which thin walls interchange of gas between blood and air that will takes place. And the mouth of the each alveolus opens into the alveolar duct. This is about the alveolar duct or alveolar sac. The wall of septum between alveoli composed of capillaries, reticular and elastic fibers. In between two alveoli, one of the minute pore is there, that will be called as alveolar pore, which is useful to allow the air in adjacent alveoli. Now the lining of alveolus contains squamous respiratory epithelial cells. They are also called as the small alveolar cells and great alveolar cells, that is the septal cells. The alveolar membrane is site of diffusion. It consists of respiratory epithelial cells, basal lamina and capillaries endothelial cells. Alveolar phagocytes or dust cells, they are found within the alveolar wall and also in the alveoli resting on alveolar surface. They are phagocytic cells. They are called as the dust cells because they remove the inspires particles that reach the alveoli. They are more in smokers than non-smokers. Now this is about the pulmonary vein. Now here the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery contain means gaseous exchange that will take place in a alveoli. Pulmonary artery contain deoxygenated blood and pulmonary vein contain oxygenated blood. Except this, but other all artery contain oxygenated blood and all vein contain deoxygenated blood. But except this. Now this pulmonary artery, which comes from right ventricle of heart and which comes into the lungs or alveoli. Now here, which contain more amount of the CO2 and less amount of the O2. Then exchange of gases that will take place between these two, alveoli and blood vessels. Now oxygen that will be entered into the artery and CO2 that will be released to outside. This is CO2 released to outside and oxygen that comes to inside. Then this blood, it becomes oxygenated blood, means deoxygenated blood converted to oxygenated blood. And this oxygenated blood, which contains more O2 and less CO2, and then it goes to the pulmonary vein. Now here this is about the deoxygenated blood and it converts to oxygenated blood because of their color size. This color that indicates the CO2 more and red color which appears O2 more. And then this blood is forward, it goes to the left auricle of heart through pulmonary opening. Now this is a gaseous exchange that will take place between these blood vessels and alveoli here. And distinct characters means presence of alveolar ducts, alveolar sacs, alveoli they are present, alveolar pores are there. These alveolar pores are present in between these two alveoli or air sacs. Alveolar membrane, which also contain the respiratory epithelial cells and capillaries. Alveolar phagocytes or dust cells are also present, which remove the dust particles. Now this is the alveolar structure. The alveolar bronchi is there, the alveolar duct, atrium. This is a space present between these alveoli. This is useful for contraction and relaxation of these lungs, which is responsible for, at the time of contraction of lungs, CO2 is released to outside, and during relaxation O2 is comes to inside. Thank you very much.